Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is electrochemistry and now we are in session number 30. In previous session we discussed about the applications of EMF in determining or in measuring the thermodynamic data like Gibbs free energy change, temperature coefficient of the EMF of the cell, and then enthalpy change and entropy change, and one or two numericals also solved in previous session. And now coming to the application of EMF of the cell to the other concept, that is nothing but for equilibrium constant. Here in determining equilibrium constant, that is nothing but K equilibrium. How to find the equilibrium constant or K equilibrium for a cell reaction from the EMF of the cell? Clear? That relation in this session we are going to discuss. And first, before entering into the derivation form, first let us know some facts related to this equilibrium status of the cell. And when equilibrium, just you remember, when equilibrium is reached by cell. And how it is possible to reach the equilibrium? Just already we discussed in previous sessions about this. It is nothing but when a cell is connected to external EMF, then we observe three conditions. If E external is greater than E cell, current will flow into the cell. Into cell, current will come. If E external is greater than E cell. If you recall them or if you recollect them, it is. And now the second case is nothing but when E external is less than E cell, then current will flow out of this cell. That is, current will be generated from this cell. And now third condition is when E external is equal to E cell. Here we observe the attainment of equilibrium condition. Is it not? And now what happened? That means here no current will be generated. Just the equilibrium reaction will become, that is the cell reaction will become or will attain equilibrium. And now what are the consequences at this equilibrium condition? First of all, we have to recall them. At this equilibrium condition, what is happening is OHE, RHE, these two electrodes, SRP values, SRP becomes equal. That means, say for example, OHE SRP is minus X. Then RHE SRP is also minus X. As we know, the E cell is nothing but, in case if both these two electrodes are with SRP values, just here also you have to recollect. Now we are slowly coming to the end of the chapter. That's why you should memorize all these important concepts related to this electrochemistry. Then only you can solve the numericals. Clear? And here I am recollecting one more factor. That is, when the two electrodes are given for the construction of the electrochemical cell, if one electrode oxidation potential is given, it is nothing but for OHE. For oxidation half electrode, if oxidation potential is given, and for reduction half electrode, if reduction potential is given, then the sum of these two is nothing but cell EMF. In case if both electrodes are provided with the oxidation potentials, then just both are provided with reduction potentials, then what we are considering is just the difference in the electrode potentials. The difference in the potentials is nothing but the cell EMF. Clear? And in such a case, when both are SRP values, we are measuring E cell as RHE SRP minus OHE SRP. This is the formula adopted when both the two electrodes are provided with SRP values, or it is for E naught cell. If it is for E cell, then simply we can say that RHE reduction potential minus OHE reduction potential. Clear? That means when both these two electrodes are provided with the same reduction potentials. And now what we are considering here is when the cell is at equilibrium, when the cell is attaining equilibrium status, then the reduction potentials of these two electrodes become equal, like this. Clear? And now let us substitute this value in this case. Just you observe, when the OHE and RHE reduction potentials become equal, reduction SRP, or it is simply reduction potentials are becoming equal, then E cell can be measured as RHE reduction potential minus OHE reduction potential. Then what happened to this? E cell is equal to minus X minus of minus X, minus X minus of minus X, that is minus X plus X, that is nothing but 0. That is one more very important characteristic feature of the cell which is at equilibrium. Clear? That means altogether with all this, when equilibrium is reached by cell, then simply we can say that E cell is 0. E cell becomes 0. And here you remember, E naught cell is not 0. E naught cell is 0. One more concept, E naught cell is 0 when only the cell constructed is a concentration cell. That means when both the two electrodes are from the same element, and when these element ions are at different concentrations, then it is concentration cell. In such a concentration cells, E naught cell becomes 0. But here it is not concentration cell, it is the cell that attained equilibrium status. When it is attaining equilibrium, the reduction potentials of both the two electrodes become equal, and thereby the E cell becomes 0. Are you clear with this concept? And now let us apply this concept to get the K equilibrium, that is nothing but equilibrium constant from cell EMF. Just you observe, that is nothing but at equilibrium E cell becomes 0. Why it becomes 0? Because both the two electrodes are getting the same reduction potentials at equilibrium state. So that's why the E cell is found to become 0. And now let us consider one best example. Again, the best example from electrochemistry is nothing but Daniell cell. Daniell cell. Let us consider this. It is anode is zinc Zn+2 aqueous, and cathode is copper Cu+2, and we know it is OHE, oxidation half electrode, and it is reduction half electrode. And for this cell, if these two are the concentrations, just let us write the Nernst equation for measuring EMF of the cell. Here E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by 2 log anode Zn+2 is the product, cathode Cu+2 is the reactant. So this is E cell from Nernst equation for the Daniell cell. And now, as we know, E cell at equilibrium, what happens? At equilibrium, E cell is now becoming 0. So when it is 0, we can consider this side. Now it is E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 by 2 log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2. And now at equilibrium E cell is 0 and this Zn plus 2 concentration by Cu plus 2 concentration becomes K equilibrium, because at equilibrium the product's concentration by reactant concentration is nothing but equilibrium constant, is it not? And now when we are getting that, we can write E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 by, when we are considering general equation, this 2, the number of electrons involved in the reaction is 2. For general reaction we can consider it as N. So let me write N, log K equilibrium. This is E naught cell, and from this we can calculate equilibrium constant. And let me continue that. How to measure that equilibrium constant? Just when we are considering E naught cell, E cell becomes 0, thereby E naught cell now appear like this. And when this log K equilibrium, when it is written as log K equilibrium is equal to, this N is coming to this, that is E naught cell into N by 0.0591. E naught cell into N by 0.0591. Or we require K equilibrium, only K equilibrium. Then when log is coming to this, it is anti-log. Anti-log of E naught cell into N by 0.0591. This is K equilibrium. Clear? Like this, from E naught cell of the reaction, just you observe, E naught cell only is useful because E cell is not finding any value here. E cell becomes 0, and thereby we have to consider E naught cell. And now that E naught cell is finding some sort of relation with equilibrium like this. Are you clear with this one? And now, depending on this concept, again by using Nernst equation for the Daniell cell, a logical question, a simple logical question, graphical approach is given. Let me discuss that question for your NEET, which is of required very less time for each question to solve. But here, if you know the logic, simply you can find the answer. So such type of question I am going to discuss here. Just you observe, it is given as, for this zinc Zn plus 2 and Cu plus 2 Cu, this is aqueous solution and it is aqueous solution, this concentration, it is anode, it is cathode, that is OHE. You simply, for your easy understanding, it is RHE. Here they provided E naught cell as 1.1 volts. It is given. Clear? And now they are drawing the graph between log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2 on x axis, and they are drawing E cell value on y axis. Again I am repeating the question. For this cell, E naught cell value is given and log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2 is this value is taken on x axis and E cell is taken on y axis. And then which of the following graph correctly correlate with this concept? The graphs are given like this. First graph is given, it is drawn like this. Here E cell on x axis, that log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2 value is taken. Here it is plus 1, it is minus 1. This is the first graph what they are providing, and on y-axis they are considering E cell on y-axis. Clear? And the graph is given like this. This is the first graph what they are providing, and the second graph what they are providing is like this. Here +1 -1, what is this? Log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2 value, and it is E cell value. The graph appears like this. It is now given like this. And one more graph, third graph is given as like this, -1 +1, and here the value here it is given like this, and fourth graph is given like this. Here it is -1 +1, and this is the value, and it is the value, it is the value. It appears like this, and they ask to find which of the following graph is correctly correlated with this data. When we are finding the graph between these two, when we are plotting the graph between these two, which of the following graph is correctly correlated? That is the question what they asked. Clear? And how to find this? Let me solve the question. Just you observe, when we are considering this nearest equation for this Daniell cell, which is written as E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 pi, here n value is 2, log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2. This is nearest equation for this cell, is it not? And now what they are considering on y-axis? E cell. This is E cell. It is on y-axis. And what is on x-axis? Log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2. That means it is variable on x-axis, this value. And now you observe, just it is similar to that of straight line equation. Y is equal to mx minus c, mx plus c. Y is equal to minus mx plus c. Again I am repeating how it is. Y is equal to c minus mx. We can write this as y is equal to minus mx plus c, but as per the arrangement we are considering this. Here this value is slope. It is with a negative sign, and hence it is negative slope. C is intercept, that is E naught. It is an intercept. And now this value, let us substitute this value when we are having the graph like this, an intercept with a negative slope. Negative slope means whether it is of a negative slope towards a negative E cell or negative concentrations or positive concentration, let us consider. If it is, this value is -1. -1 into minus of minus is plus. So when it is -1, its value is more. If it is +1, here it is +1. And when it is +1, plus of minus is minus. So its value will be less. That means in case of -1 value, E naught cell is getting some addition, thereby it is more. And now when it is +1, positive value, minus of plus is minus, and hence E naught minus something is now we are getting. That means it is of getting less value. So the graph appears like this. That means of the given options, second graph is suitable for this data. Just you observe again slowly. It is a logical question, that's all. When this is the equation and it is the data provided. Clear? And log Zn plus 2 by Cu plus 2 on x-axis they are considering. And now E cell is taken on. E cell here at 0, that means these two when becomes equal, when these two becomes equal, that log 1 is 0. So in 0, when E naught cell minus 0 is E naught cell, that's why it is nothing but 1.1 volts. Now the consideration is when the ratio is more and when the ratio is less. Now just you observe, if this log, this value becomes minus, minus of minus becomes plus. So when this value is with minus, automatically this E naught cell plus something is E cell. That means it is having more value. And next, in case if it is plus, this value is plus, plus of minus is minus. So now E cell will become E naught cell minus something. That means it is less than E naught cell. Now the slope, how much the slope is for this graph? The slope is nothing but equal to this one, 0.0591 by. With that slope, it is giving the graph like this. Are you following? Simply for almost all these electrochemical cells, the graph appears like this. Clear? That is about chemical equilibrium constant and EMF of the cell. And now coming to the same, one more equilibrium constant if we are considering as the solubility product, KSP. KSP is also one type of equilibrium constant where it is sparingly soluble salts are dissolved in a solvent where they establish an equilibrium between the dissolved and undissolved molecules. That means which molecules that are dissociated or dissolved are establishing an equilibrium with undissociated molecules. Best example is AgCl. When it is kept in water, it dissociates into Ag plus Cl minus. These two are establishing an equilibrium with the undissociated molecule. And for this KSP is nothing but K equilibrium. As we know, it is from junior enter ionic equilibrium chapter. Clear? And now, how to find this KSP? That is the solubility product, one type of equilibrium constant. How to find? Let us consider example 2 for this. It is also equilibrium constant relation with the EMF of the cell. Now let us construct a cell like this. Ag with Ag plus, it is anode, is in connection with AgCl, KCl, saturated solution, saturated, and Ag, this is cathode. It is OHE and it is RHE. As we know, these two are the two electrodes. And now from OHE what we have to write? OHE reaction is nothing but Ag by releasing electron gets into Ag plus. It is anode, you remember. And now at cathode RHE, what is happening? RHE reaction, actually it is AgCl. First of all, it will split into Ag plus and Cl minus. But because of being cathode, that is the electrode should go for reduction. This AgCl, Ag plus from cathode will take electron to get into Ag. This is cathode reaction what we require, and it is the anode equation what we require. Just, but actually here the reaction seem to be, irrespective of this, the reaction seem to be considered as Ag. These are not considered, this reaction is not considered here. Just when we are considering this Ag and Ag plus, it is appearing as AgCl giving Ag plus Cl minus. How it happens? Because this electron is cancelled with this electron, and this Ag plus of anode is cancelled with Ag plus of cathode. Clear? And now this Ag deposited Ag, these two cancel. Now only this reaction appears here. KSP is nothing but Ag plus into Cl minus, and just you observe this Ag plus is from cathode because this reaction is at cathode. So altogether from this given data, it is nothing but you have to compute like that. This is anode reaction. Simply you know at anode metal atom will go for oxidation, and at cathode this salt, insoluble, sparingly soluble salt is covered, and it is covering the metal rod, and thereby here what is happening is this, and when it is splitting like this Ag plus is now getting electron and deposited as silver, and after when we are considering the total reaction, this Ag and this cancel and electron cancel, ions cancel, now we are getting this. That what we require. It is nothing but KSP is this two. And what is this Ag plus? It is from cathode. Ag plus of cathode, and from this KSP, when we are considering the KSP of AgCl, what we are considering is AgCl giving Ag plus Cl minus, these two are aqueous, and it is salt. KSP is nothing but when it is 1 minus S, it is S, and S is nothing but S into S, that is equal to S square, and this S square is equal to Ag plus concentration square we can write, because once we find this Ag plus, that is equal to Cl minus also, because it is S, it is also S. So once we are getting Ag plus of cathode, then Ag plus cathode square is equal to S square, that is equal to KSP, and this KSP is nothing but equilibrium constant. Clear? And this is the concept what we have to compute, and after getting, if you are thorough with this one, let us continue with the next step. So this is the cell reaction what we are getting. Ultimately from all these derivations, what we require from the data is nothing but Ag plus at cathode. Ag plus at cathode concentration if we know, then we can calculate KSP of the reaction. Clear? And now KSP of the salt. And now let me continue this. For this saturated then solution AgCl as cathode and Ag, that silver salt solution as another electrode, if we are considering E cell for this electrochemical cell, it is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by 1 log, just you observe, it is anode, anode Ag plus is the product, so Ag plus of anode by Ag plus of cathode, because this Ag plus of cathode is appearing only from the dissolved AgCl solution. Dissolved AgCl salt will provide this Ag plus at cathode, that is the reactant that will get the electron and it is reduced, just we discussed it before this. Clear? So this is the condition for E cell of this electrochemical cell. But if we observe, both these two are from the same electrolyte, that is from the same metal, that's why it is nothing but concentration cell. When it is concentration cell, now for concentration cells, what happened? For concentration cells, E naught cell becomes 0, is 0. Already we discussed in previous sessions, is it not? For concentration cells, E naught cell is 0, and now when it becomes 0, it is E cell is equal to minus 0.0591 by 1 log Ag plus anode by Ag plus cathode, or this can be rewritten as E cell is equal to 0.0591 by 1 log Ag plus cathode by Ag plus anode. And once if they provide, if Ag plus anode concentration is given, it is given, for example, if it is given, and E cell measured, if it is measured from potentiometry, if we are able to measure it from potentiometry, and this Ag plus anode concentration is given, then we can calculate Ag plus cathode, is it not? And once we are getting Ag plus cathode, it is nothing but simply we can consider log of this value. We can take log Ag plus cathode by Ag plus anode is equal to E cell by 0.0591. Let me continue that here in case if you are getting any confused. We can consider log Ag plus cathode by Ag plus anode is equal to E cell by 0.0591. And now Ag plus cathode by Ag plus anode is equal to antilog E cell by 0.0591. And with this one, once this value is obtained, it is known. Now Ag plus cathode is nothing but Ag plus anode into antilog of E cell by 0.0591. And like that we can calculate Ag plus. And once we calculate Ag plus, that Ag plus square is nothing but S square, that is equal to Ksp. Like that, just they are asking for relations. In our NEET syllabus, these relations, in case if they are giving this value, directly you can go for that. But here I am showing you how to calculate that, how we are deriving that relation. All these I am giving. Actually directly you can go for this Ag plus cathode is nothing but equal to Ag plus anode into antilog of E cell by 0.0591. Here E cell is 0. Why it is 0? Because it is concentration cell. Are you clear with this one? Like that we can measure the equilibrium constant, nothing but here in case of sparingly soluble salt as Ksp, solubility product. Clear? That is about the EMF application in equilibrium constants. In coming session, that EMF application in measuring the pH of the solutions, how we are applying that, how we can measure the pH of solutions, we will discuss. Clear?